piece of the cars, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with One Piece. Get rich with One Piece.
Yo, we got Luffy and Zoro, the better the duo. Sanji and Usopp bring out the bankroll. Jekko Mariah, he rips your soul. Brook and Perona, they cold like a snow globe. Going through the stack like we looking for some crack. Taking y'all to class, man, you better know your math. Call the deck math, cause he always running black. We don't need no power tools, we just bring the axe. Cause we bout to chop it up. TCG, level up. This is more than beginner's luck. Got so many ribs, they backing up. Rapping so cold, got the mains froze. Everybody know that the gang goes. Laws of the land don't make me repeat. We the next king. Getting rich with One Piece.
Get rich with One Piece.
The piece of the cars, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with One Piece. 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 Get rich with One Piece.
The piece of the cars, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with One Piece. Get rich with One Piece.
Yo, we got Luffy and Zoro, the better the duo. Sanji and Usopp bring out the bankroll. Jekko Mariah, he rips your soul. Brook and Perona, they cold like a snow globe. Going through the stack like we looking for some crack. Taking y'all to class, man, you better know your math. Call the deck math, cause he always running black. We don't need no power tools, we just bring the axe. Cause we bout to chop it up. TCG, level up. This is more than beginner's luck. Got so many ribs, they backing up. Rapping so cold, got the mains froze. Everybody know that the gang goes. Laws of the land don't make me repeat. We the next king. Getting rich with One Piece.
Get rich with One Piece.
The piece of the cars, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with One Piece. 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 Get rich with One.
Got a treasure rare ace, huh? Oh, very nice. Oh yeah, that's dope looking, man. Congratulations. How does this thing work? Like I've seen this before. Like, so people say, okay, Thien, this pack is yours. You pay $8 for it or whatever. I don't know what it costs. You send me $8 in this pack. I open it, whatever's in it's yours. And then they get you the information. They send it to you. I don't think that would be anything I would ever do. Yeah, I don't like that. That feels, I don't know. That just doesn't feel like my vibe. But maybe, I don't know. In 6 months, I'll be doing that shit watch. I'll be like, yeah, come on, buy the packs from me, guys. No, but that's dope. I was looking at your other hits earlier today that you posted in here. And man, that 5 Elders alternate art looks so good, man. I love that thing. That thing looks fucking awesome. That Mr. 2, I do have that. The Monkey D. Luffy, I have that as well. But then that Law looks so cold. Yeah, the Law looks good. And then the 5 Elders just, I love that way. The way that 5 Elders. I gotcha. The 4 packs had 3 hits, man. I bet that dude was pissed. He's like, I want these. And so was the ace like from something different then? Like a different set of buys, I guess. Get rich with one piece. I gotta look at my watch list. See what those things are doing. You missed I don't think you were watching, but you missed a pretty good stream yesterday. It was a Riftbound stream. I mean, I did some One Piece. So basically we did a reveal. I had gotten some of my PSA hits back, or my PSA submissions back, and we went through those and you know, did the reveal live on camera or on stream, I guess. Pretty good results. Everything was a 10 except my Gum Gum Giant manga. That came back a 9, which, you know, I wasn't as bummed as I was when I got the that Luffy, the treasure pack Luffy. That came back as a 9, but I mean, this card still looks amazing. Everything else in there was a 10, like whatever. Fuck it. I did the Cross Guild, came back as a 10 too, so I got some good shit back from that. And I got a ton of stuff. I have like, I don't know how many off the top of my head, but I would say I probably have like at least 100 cards at Beckett right now getting graded. So here within the next few weeks, I should be, you know, starting to get a steady influx of different things, which I'm pumped about. Yeah, so I think we're good. I can't be too upset about that. Oh, there will be plenty more hits. I still have this Queen special print and the Boa special print that I need to send off. I keep telling myself I'm gonna do that this week, but I didn't. Ooh. They had an OP10 box open on the table, so I bought 8 packs. Oh, okay, sweet. I see. Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think about putting the grades in there too. Yeah, I can do that. And I don't have. I think there was one hit that I haven't put in there since I got it. Since I put in, so the last thing I put in there was the Queen, and I think I've had one hit since then that I haven't put in there, but I will put that in there. You've been busy retiring. What does that mean? I mean, I know what retiring means, but are you like getting out of the armed services or whatever? Oh yeah, Beckett did raise their fucking turnaround time. Ah man, I don't know if that sucks or if that's good, but I guess that's life, right? Shit happens. I'm sure you didn't go into the Navy wanting to be medically discharged or whatever, or medically retired out. But yeah. Oh, nice. Arizona State or something different. I do wish I mean, you know, if I would have went to a different college, my life would have been much different, and especially with my kids, or at least my oldest, and I wouldn't want that to have ever changed, obviously. Tomorrow is her birthday, by the way. So, but what I was getting at is, it's crazy how, you know, people, to me, they're just like, I didn't go super far for college. I went like 90 minutes away, right? It wasn't super far from you know, my city. So I didn't go far, but yeah, that's crazy. University of Arizona. Very nice. I've heard really good things about that school. Well, I guess congratulations on going to college and getting discharged from the Navy. Isn't super great, but I hope you're okay. Right, that's what's important. I hope that you're not being medically discharged because something horrific happened to you. But I hope you're okay no matter what happened. But damn, $3,800 a month while going to school, man, you got it made. That's a case a month, bro. Shoot, you just spend it on a case of whatever you want to, man, and there you go. You set. So today what we're gonna do is we're going to be doing. It's gonna be very close. It's gonna be very, very close as far as what we're opening. We're opening One Piece, and we're gonna be opening Riftbound. We're gonna finish the box that I started on yesterday. We were 2 hours and 40 minutes into it. It was like close to 1 o'clock, I think. And so I had to end the stream. I was just too tired. I couldn't make it. But we have 6 packs left from the box. I was thinking about saving these and kind of opening them one at a time, one day at a time, like I do with Riftbound. But I was like, nah. It was Boxing Day. I didn't finish opening the box. I need to do that, so I will be opening the rest of these today. I was able to get 2 more boxes from the shop that I went to yesterday. Luckily, they had some more boxes, and so I still have 1 box that I haven't picked up at all yet that I have, waiting for me at my main shop. And then I'm probably going to call the shop tomorrow, that same shop that I went to the past 2 days, to see if they have more, because they did have 2 more there, but I don't know if people are going, buying them, what the case may be with that. But yeah, so I was really surprised that they had them still, even 2 days into it. So we got 6 packs of those. I have one of these Devil Fruit, the 3rd Devil Fruit, and we'll be opening this because I don't know if I did this on purpose or if it was a mistake, but I listed an empty one of these because I had a couple of empty ones, or maybe I had 1 empty one, whatever. I had an empty one and I had sold it, and somebody bought another one. So maybe I did put 2 of them on there, and this was the last one that I had. 2 of just the shells, right? So nothing in there. I sell it for $5 because I was opening these and then throwing them in the trash. I'm like, man, that's just a waste. Like, if somebody was selling just the fruit for the first 2, I would absolutely buy them because I want them, right? I don't need the fucking cards and all the shit that came in it. I just really wanted the actual Devil Fruit itself. So I was like, man, if somebody was selling that, I would totally buy it. But they're selling it for like $50 and shit like that. So I'm like, whatever. I'm not going to do that right now. But anyways, so I guess I had put this on there. I don't have an empty one, so we got to make an empty one so we can send it off to the person that bought it. So we're going to be opening this. We're going to be opening the packs that are in it. 3 packs in it. It'll come with the Don, obviously, and then the 10 sleeves. So we'll see what we get. So we have 3 of those, and then we have a pack of OP10, just to make a nice round number of 10 packs total to be opened today. So 6 Riftbound packs, 4 One Piece packs. Yeah, there we go. I was freaking working hard on, I just did a lot of shit today. A lot of stuff at home, like laundry and cleaning up a little bit. And the thing I'm most proud of is I've cleaned up a ton of the cards, right? Because the cards have just been sitting here for a long time, and I got all the Riftbound cards that I opened yesterday. I got all those organized and sorted in my collection. There were some that I hit like the threshold. So 4 is the threshold for me for my collection, because 3, that's how many you can have in a deck. 3 that are playable, 3 cards that are playable, and then 1, if I take a playset out, I still want to have 1 in there. Will I ever play the game? I don't know, but if I do in the future, it'll be nice to have a playset. Then again, 1 backup copy to be in my set, or to be in my collection. So anyways, I don't have any cards that are bulk just yet. I may, 6 packs left. There may be some, especially with the commons, obviously. I may hit a couple of commons that will become bulk. But so far, out of 18 packs, none of the cards have met the bulk. And I do need to, I'm glad you mentioned that thing, because I do need to post the hits from Riftbound as well in there. And then there was one hit, I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but there is one hit that's floating around here somewhere. And then also putting the PSA hits in there too. I'm trying to think, do I want to have a separate channel for PSA or for graded cards? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll think about that and see what I want to do. Well, shit. You're in the community. What do you think? Let's hear some anybody that's in the community. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Should we make another channel for the PSA hits and leave a channel so we'd have basically like, I guess maybe we could have just one channel. I don't know how we would do that. So here's what I'm thinking. We have right now we just have like a miscellaneous for any hits. We have a Riftbound channel, we have a Pokemon channel, and then we have a One Piece channel, obviously, for our hits. So what we could do is we could have one channel for just all of the, we can have one channel for all the PS, or all the graded hits. So for any game, we can put those in there. Or we can have like a secondary channel for all of those other channels, right? So a miscellaneous graded channel, a One Piece graded channel, that kind of thing. So those are the three different options that I'm kind of thinking of. So let's see. I'm reading your messages, Fiend. A channel for graded cards. I don't think that that's a bad idea. I think like one channel for like all the graded cards would work. That's not a bad idea. You need to go to an actual card show to get One Piece product. Man, I honestly feel for you. I'm not even gonna lie. It's been hard. It's been very hard. You know, getting products recently, which fucking sucks. This shop that I was going to, or the shop that I got these at, they have boxes of OP14, but they're selling them for $250. I'm like, dog, I'm not gonna pay $250 for that shit, man. Like, I will, like, eventually, like, if people aren't buying them, which I don't know, I wasn't paying attention if it had went down from yesterday, the amount they had. I didn't even go look at them because I'm like, I don't even give a fuck if they $250. So if they get down like under 200, and I'm talking about not 200, like under, like maybe 180, then that's a I'll maybe have a conversation, but I can't do that. And EBO3 is coming out, so I'm hoping that EBO3 will take all the pressure off of OP14, because I still want to buy OP14 because I really like it. But EBO3 is where I'm going to spend all my money. That's been my I'm going to be extremely aggressive. That has been my goal. I've called a ton of shops. Oh, this is actually pretty funny. So they started posting the events, the tournaments for the EBO3. So this is going to be the first time that One Piece has I'll call it a themed event around a like sequential set, right? So OP1, 2, 3, etc. Those are like the sequential ones. Then we have PRBO1, PRBO2, EBO1, 2, 3, blah, 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 right? So this is the first time that they're having a tournament, and they're not calling it like a pre-release tournament because it's coming out after the tournaments are happening after the release. So the release is next Friday. So it's not happening until after the release, but they're still themed around EBO3. And this is the first time they did that. So anyways, the shop that I go to on Tuesdays, they were like, this Friday, the signups will go live on the app, because there's an app that you use to sign up for your tournaments and things like that. It's the Bandai app. And so, so they were like 8 a.m. they will be live, right? So they were just talking about their shop, but apparently it was for all the shops. That's when all the shops went live. And so I signed up for, not kidding, like 15 or 16 tournaments over the course of like 2 or 3 weeks. I think it's 3 weeks. And they're the same event, right? Because it's going to be, I'm assuming they're going to be very similar to the previous events where you get your 6 packs, you pay your entry fee, you get 6 packs, you open the 6 packs, and you build your deck based off of that. This one is going to be slightly unique because you have to play with one of the heroine leaders. And Koala's my bitch, so I gotta fucking rock with the Koala. So and it was crazy because when we were signing up in the app, when you were signing up, they actually made you say, have you played the One Piece card game before? How did you hear about it? And what leader will you be playing with? And so they gave a list of all the female leaders that have been put out and that will come out in EVO 3. So I selected Koala for all of them, just to kind of, I don't know if they're gonna hold you to that, but it's what I did just because I wanted to sign up and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know, like I said, Koala has been the main leader that I've played with. I did play with Reiju for like a week or so, but anyways, so I signed up for like 15 of those tournaments, and I'm excited about that. I'm 100% sure I'm not going to be able to make it to all of them because, you know, there's going to be some that overlap and stuff. I was just going through, and every one of those tournaments I saw, I signed up for, because I think this is going to be absolutely extremely hard to get into. And I gave up my spot last time for one of the events because I had went to the same shop multiple times, or I had signed up for an event at the same shop, the OP14 release event at the same shop, on different days, and they had asked after the first one, you know, people aren't getting in, you know, there's a lot of repeats, would you guys give up your spot for, you know, people to get in? And so I was nice and did that. I will not do that shit for this EVO 3 shit. So it's too hard to get shit. I'm gonna go to every one of the events that I can make it to. I'm gonna plan the shit out and be like, okay, what can I make logically, right? When this tournament will potentially end, and when I can make it to the next tournament, type of a deal. So I'm gonna have that all planned out. 10 tournaments is the minimum that I want to go to. So that will equal about 60 packs. Yeah, so that's like about a little under 3 boxes, but yeah. Plus, hopefully I'll be able to get some boxes. I've called a ton of different shops. I've called out-of-state shops for people that I know, you know, that are out of state. Gank that, for example. I'm gonna have him try and get some boxes of EVO 3. EVO 3, I think the set is going to be fantastic, so I'm really hoping to get a whole bunch of EVO 3 product. Let's see. Yes, I heard that too. So I was mentioning this on the stream on Tuesday, but when we left the tournament, or excuse me, when we were at the tournament, they said that it was going to be harder than it already fucking was to get shit, because a lot of EVO 3 had gotten stolen from a distributor. And I saw some posts on like Instagram and shit like that to kind of confirm it, that, you know, distributors got hit. So that fucking sucks. So that's one of the reasons why I'm like, I need to try and get EVO 3 in any way, shape, or form possible, right? Because I'm going to be opening a ton of this shit, and I think it's gonna be worth holding on to some of the boxes. Of course, I fucking open pretty much everything. I open more than I hold on to, but yeah, I want to hold on to some of the boxes because I think it's gonna be one of those very appreciative sets, or appreciated sets, I'll say, in the future. I mean, shit, we'll see. We will see, man, because it is hard out here in these streets. But I did see that they're going down. I know it's still pre-release prices or whatever, but you know, a couple weeks ago they were like $600-700 on TCG Player. Now they're like $420, somewhere around there. So I'm pretty sure once it actually hits, it'll go down to, I don't want to say reasonable, because reasonable would be, you know, less than 200, but I don't know what they'll be. We'll see what they'll be. We'll see what the shops are going to do when they actually come out, and how the shops are going to handle that. So we'll see. That's my thing. I'm going to try and get it as best as I can, because I think it's going to be a good seto. All right, I'm not going to start with Riftbound, because Riftbound is going to be the main focus today, but I will start with this damn op fruit. Got to keep the box, obviously, so I can send this to the person. So I send it. I mean, it kind of sucks because I really am getting like $5 for this thing because they pay $20 for shipping. I know they pay $15 for shipping. God damn, bro. Yeah, they pay $15 for shipping. Okay, what did I get? What did I get? Very nice. I had only gotten, what's crazy is like I had only gotten one of the Law Dawn and sleeves. One of these blue ones. I had only gotten one before out of like the 4 or 5 of these that I opened. So this is nice that I'm able to get more of these. Because the other ones were just the Op fruit ones. All right, person who bought this, there you go. Your empty Op fruit. All right, put this back in there. That shipped out probably tomorrow. Oh, and kind of funny, I shipped a wrong illustration box to someone. I think they ordered like illustration box 4 and I sent a 3 to them, and they, for whatever reason, it was a big deal. Maybe they're trying to make a collection, really, because if I was trying to make a collection, they have the same things in them. I mean, they do have different the different promo cards in them. I get it. So I'm not getting after this person, but I'm like, they have the same packs in them. So he must have wanted it for some other reason, specifically the illustration box that he ordered, which whatever, again, he ordered what he ordered. So I didn't think he was going to send it back. He was saying he was going to send it back, and I had went ahead and sent him the other one already, just because, you know, I owed it to him. And I didn't think he was going to send it back, but he actually sent me back the old or the box that wasn't the correct one. So I got that back today, so I was actually excited. I can probably resell that one, because that's gonna make up for it. Costs $30 to send to this dude for whatever reason. I don't know why. With UPS, his house is probably out in fucking boonies or some shit like that, is what the person explained to me. I was like, why the fuck does it cost so much to send to this person? And apparently he's far away from a distribution hub or something, so it costs a little bit extra to take it out to him. But yeah, so I had to send 2 things to him, so that's fucking $60, which is what I charged him for the fucking illustration box. So I was like, okay, I didn't make any fucking money off you. Anyways, I'm bitching. Let me fucking open some shit. All right, I digress. All right, we're gonna open One Piece first. So we got 3 OP12s, and then we have an OP10. And I'm doing the OP10. I do have, you know, some of the packs from OP08, 10, and 12 that I get every Tuesday at my shop that I go to. But I literally just put away, I organized, I inventoried all of OP08. So I don't want to open any OP08 because I'm like, I just fucking inventoried them all. So I haven't inventoried. I did sort OP10 in alphabetical order, but it's not inventoried, it's not scanned, it's not any of that stuff yet. So I was like, okay, I'll open an OP10 because I can still shit. And depending on how the stream goes tonight, I might just open all the OP10s because I think there's like maybe 3 or 4 still up there. So that'll just kind of get them all out the way, so I can, you know, scan them all in at once and then not have to worry about it, you know, the next couple of days. All right. So, OP10, box number 1. No leader pack, thank God. We were hitting a ton of leader packs lately. Brook, Nami, Nico, Isho, Rhino. Damn, that was a bop for a second. Cub, Room, Basil Hawkins. That's a very good card. Oops. We got a Monet. Man, I've been getting a ton of Monets lately. I literally today when I was organizing my cards, I was making sure, I was like, let me make sure that I have, because I've been running into a situation where like, it was mainly the fuck is that called? The Oh Come My Way. I was like, man, I've seen, you know, I've opened plenty of boxes of PRBO2. I know I should have enough Oh Come My Ways, right? That I have, you know, that I have in my collection. And I go to my collection when I was building this crocodile deck, and I didn't have any. I had like 1 Oh Come My Way. I was like, what the fuck? So I had to So I ended up like, luckily, one of the shops that I go to, they had some, and like they had like this massive bulk or whatever. So I was looking through it, and they had some come my way, so I got them from that. But it just kind of made me realize, I was like, I need to make sure while I'm selling these cards, I need to make sure that I at least have my playset first. So that's what I was doing. I went through and made sure that I had play sets of everything. Monet, I just got my play set of that today, which is nice. All right, so leader packs are a thing in these, so I'm gonna look for the leader packs. And all right, so 10, I need to sort you. Ippo Mansu. Are these cards bent? I'm not tripping. They look like they're bent. Oh well, who cares? This is just bulk. Color of Observation. How is this card a uncommon? I don't get the rarity ratings. Like 5 cost 6K, 2K vanilla. Why would this be uncommon? Like, that makes no sense. Shakiyaku, Don Quixote. Yeah, these are like warped. Golly, I just got a massive order. Sheesh. Virgo and 85 more items sold. Goodness. Oh well, that's a Monday Eric problem. That will not be getting done tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow is my daughter's birthday, and we're doing this big thing for her. All right. Buggy. Dude, you should do it. Like when I was opening so much OP12. Like OP12 was when I started playing the game and started collecting. OP11 had probably been out for like a month or so. And so it was relatively new, but the game hadn't taken off like it is now. And so yeah, the game hadn't taken off yet. So it was still like easy to get shit. And then OP12 came out, and I was just buying boxes and boxes and boxes. And I was like, man, what the fuck do I do with all this bulk? I have like 4,000 bulk cards, right? I was like, what do I do with this shit? And I was like, do I just throw it away? Like, I don't want to do that. Like, that seems like such a waste. And I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, people don't want this stuff. And I was like, wait a minute. I buy bulk, right? Like, I buy people's bulk because I was on TCG Player I was trying to complete like a master set, buying, all of set 1, all of set 2, like individually, right? And I was like, wait a minute. I'm sure that there are tons of people out there that will do that, right? That will want these cards, even though they're just bulk to me. So I started a store on TCG Player, and like, here we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad that I did that because it helps fund this. You know what I'm saying? It's not just me having to spend obviously it is my money because I'm selling the cards and the money's coming to me, but it's not like I have to spend my work money, right? I'm contributing to the hobby with this, with selling these things. So yeah, I think selling them is a fantastic idea. Yeah, these are fucking all warped. Oh well. Ooh, this feels like a hit. We got a hit, ladies and gentlemen. We got a hit. What is it? What is it? Now this one I don't want to be fucking warped. What do we got? Is it a super rare or is it a fucking secret rare or what? We got a Kuma. This one's, damn it, it's fucking warped though. That's okay. We got 9 Kumas, bro. I need to sell some Kumas. Typically what I'll do is I'll put it in like a fucking top loader. These I don't care about. Like, these I will send to somebody just like they are. And I mean, they're not, they're not warped enough where it's like, holy crap, this should be considered not. Well, that does kind of, we'll see. This is actually more than I've seen. I don't know what I'll do. I'll figure it out. But hell yeah, we just pulled a fucking Kuma. Let's go. Shit. This one, I'm being a little bit, I don't know, maybe stupid is the word. Yeah, because that fits me. Let me look. Because I have 4 Kumas listed right now, right? I have 4 Kumas listed. And I think I was listening for a All conditions. How do I go to my catalog? Okay, there we go. In stock. Alright, so I just want to see these Kumas, what I'm selling my Kumas for. I'm selling for 60. I'm selling for 60 and the marketplace is 50 and I'm selling 4 of them. I don't know if I want to go down much further than that. The most recent one was, yeah, it's kind of flattening out. Man, 90. I'm right at the fucking edge. Yeah, I'm right on the edge of what people are fucking. 107 listed. How far down am I on this goddamn list? Oh, I'm pretty far down. Damn, I'm on page 2. Yeah, I'm on page 2. Having them at 60. Oh yeah, people are fucking, they're being assholes. Yeah, they just fucking, you know, they cut you out. They be like, oh, $59.99 because mine are 60 even. Like, oh, we'll do it for $59.99. You know what? I'd like to sell these Kumas. I have a bunch of them. I'm gonna list. What do I list? 3 of them. I'll list 3 of them for $55 a piece. Yeah, we'll do that. I think we should be able to get some hits with that. Just pull this extra. I just pulled this newest one. I have 10. Like I have 9 Kumas now. 9 Kumas. Okay, yeah, we'll sell 3 of them for $55. And that'll be a cool like 165, whatever. You know, I'll take that and still have 6 Kumas, right? That's not bad. Very good hit. Very awesome. I was worried it was a fucking I was worried it was, what is this? Divine blah blah blah. Dude, I gotta ban you now, dude. What are you doing? Why are you being stupid? Why are you putting that dumb stuff in our chat? Okay. What? Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, you're right. Nobody will care about that shit. Like, especially like, if I send this Kuma, right, it's gonna be sent in a fucking. I'm gonna send it in the top loader, and it's gonna get flattened out on the journey. So this Kuma will be fine. Yeah, Kumas. Somebody will buy this Kuma. Like the Kumas, it is weird because I was selling the Kumas for 100 when they was going up crazy, right? They was up to like $80, and I was like, I'm gonna try and get it for 100. Blah blah blah. I was being stupid. Whatever, I don't care. I'm stupid sometimes. And so I put it on there for 100, and then they just kind of came crashing back down, which of course. And the market price is about 50 for them right now, so I put 4 of them on there for 60, and I was sure that I would be able to get those sold, right? But it's been about a week or so maybe, and they still haven't sold. So I lowered it to 55 and took it down to 3 of them. I probably should sell 4 of them, but whatever. We'll see if I can sell 3 of them for 55, and then we'll go from there. But hell yeah, $55 card pull right there. That's dope. Fantastico. Devs, what up, man? We are gonna be finishing that Riftbound box, Spirit Forged, because I was so tired yesterday I didn't finish that box. We're gonna be finishing that here once I'm done with this pack here. This is our last. And typically what I see, there's like there's not at least, but there's max 1 hit in the Devil Fruits, but I don't know, shit works out how it works out. Maybe there's 2 hits, but I don't think there will be a hit in here, since we did just pull that Kuma. Got a Garp. Yeah, that's trash. That's trash. Trash Garp, trash Garp. Oh shit. It may not be trash if Kuzan becomes crazy like he's supposed to in the next couple of sets. I think he's getting a lot of he's getting some support, not a lot of support, but some support. Man, that's a fucking, yeah, that's a banger right there. I love that Kuma. I love the card Kuma anyways. Like, it's a fantastic card. It's an amazing card. But I already have my playset, so this just is a card that I can sell for $50, right? So that's great. So I love that. All right. So here we go. Riftbound. All right, I didn't hit a ton of the so I hit the alt Aurelia, the champion unit Aurelia yesterday, and then I hit the alt Fury Roan. So I think there still should be some I hit quite a few epics, but I think there still should be, I don't know the numbers for the Riftbound boxes or whatever, but I'm assuming that there should still be some hits left in this box, but again, I don't know. All right, so we have the Aspiring Engineer. If you guys have any questions, we went through pretty much all the cards yesterday. If there is a new card that we didn't cover yesterday, then I'll go over it. But I'll probably be just kind of going through these. And if there is a question on any of the cards, if you guys give a shit, then just holler at me in the chat and we can go back and we can talk about it a little bit. And I may just do it anyways because shit, I like these cards. All right, when you play me, return a gear from your trash to your hand. Okay, that's a good ability. Friendly units enter ready this turn. Play a gold gear token exhausted. Does that mean, is that like an on play ability or just the turn, or is it always? When you play me, you may kill a gear. Laurent Blade Keeper. Master Bingwin. Alright, Boru Capitan. Oh, Apprentice Smith. This is new. I didn't have this one. So 2 cost, 2 might unit from the Freljord. When I move, reveal the top card of your main deck. If it's a gear, draw it. Otherwise, recycle it. And there had been a lot of cards that we've run into that lets you look at the top cards in your deck. Either look at them and play one, or draw one, or recycle them to the bottom of the deck. So I think there's a lot of ways that you can actually like stack your deck, right? Ooh, Rocket Barrage. This is a new one too. I think. Oh, this is a new ability. So Rocket Barrage. So it's a 4 cost, 1 power spell with repeat. Again, repeat is a new keyword where you can pay the cost of the thing. So a spell in this case, you can pay the cost of the spell again to activate this again. So you get to choose one. Kill a gear or deal 4 to a unit in a base. That is interesting. That is very interesting. So you can, wow. So even if there's a massive unit, right, you can deal 8 damage to 1 unit with this card. Simian Ancestor. Okay, this is another new one. This whole pack is new. 5 cost, 5 might, 1 power unit. When you buff me, ready me. Okay, that's not bad. And that's not like a once per turn, but I think you can only have 1 buff. I don't know how to spin the buffs though, because you can spin the buffs. Drop Border, another new one. 4 cost, 4 might unit. When you play me, if you control 2 or more gear, ready me. Boru Captain. This is just a foil version. Then we have Aurelia. We are gonna have, this box is gonna give us literally all of the legends. I think the only one I'm literally pulling this out of my ass, so I have no reason other than I've opened a ton of legends to say that I think we're only missing Renata Glass. I think that might be the only one. Probably not. There's probably more, but we opened quite a bit of the legends. So okay, so she has the Calm and the Chaos. Those are some pretty cool domains to have. Those are definitely like juxtaposed. Blade Dancer. When you choose a friendly unit, you may exhaust me and pay 1 power to ready it. When you conquer, you may pay 1 to ready me. when you choose a friendly unit, I wonder if that means you can just say, I'm choosing this unit, or if you're choosing it with like a spell or an ability or something like that. Huh. Interesting. That would be cool. So you can do that multiple times during the day or during the game. All right, so very nice. So we have, man, and I don't think anything in here was bulk yet. Maybe this Boru Captain, that might be bulk, especially since we got 2 of them in this pack. That might be bulk. This Eye of the Herald might be bulk, but I don't think anything else is bulk at that point. I think everything we need for the set. Alrighty then. Man, I need one of those gold gears. I wonder if is that like a rare. I wonder is that like a rare. Are you talking about Aurelia's ability? Yeah, that feels very strong, right? I agree. It feels like, especially it says when you conquer, you may pay 1 to ready me, right? So you can use its ability again, right? So you can use its ability multiple times and shit. If you can, it doesn't say when you conquer 1 battlefield. You can conquer multiple battlefields, right? So yeah, you can conquer multiple battlefields and restand her and then exhaust her again to use the ability again, because you don't have to ready something that's been played on this turn, right? You can use that card to, you know, gank to a battlefield, gank from one battlefield to another battlefield, or move from your base to the battlefield and then restand it, move it to the other battlefield. You can pay 1 to restand her and restand it again. That's absolutely crazy. Yeah, that's nuts. that seems very strong. All right, we got cloth armor, armed salient. I think these we have enough of. I think those might be going to, but we'll see. I'll have to double check. All right, frigid touch. This seems new. Okay, a 2-cost spell with reaction and repeat keywords. Give a unit -2. Okay, we did have this. Give a unit -2 might this turn. With the I like the little quotes at the bottom. The quote says freeze. Stop in the name of the law. Royal Guard, Direwing Duck, Hall of Legends. When you conquer here, you may pay 1 to ready your legend. And with Aurelia, holy shit, bro. Like with Aurelia, this is probably, you could probably I don't know how much you can layer this stuff, but yeah, maybe you can, you know, ready her a bunch of different times. You know what I'm saying? It's actually crazy. All right, Blood Money. Did we? This looks familiar, but 2 cost with the action keyword. Kill a unit at a battlefield with 2 might or less. If it was an enemy unit, play a gold gear token exhausted. If it was a friendly unit, play 2 gold gear tokens exhausted. Okay, that's funny. So you can kill your own unit for to play 2 of the gold gear. I still don't have any idea what the gold gear is for. I haven't seen one yet. I don't know how that interacts with the game, but I'm sure that we'll figure that out. Power Nexus. This is new. When you hold here, you may pay 4. When you hold here, you may pay 4 power to score 1 point, and you get a point for. I wonder. Hold on. I wonder. Does that mean you can't get the? Because when you hold, I'm trying. My camera angle isn't great today. Sorry, but so when you hold, so at the start of your turn, you still have troops, or you still have units on a battlefield. When you hold at the start of your turn, you get a point already. So I wonder, does this mean you can get an additional point to that point that you got from holding? Or in order to get your original point for holding, you have to pay the 4 power. That would be interesting. All right, next we got another Rocket Barrage, but this one is foil. Very nice. Ooh, we got a champion unit, Jax. Let's go. 5 cost, 5 might, 1 power. Jax unmatched with deflect keyword. So the deflect keyword, my bad. So the deflect keyword is opponents must pay 1 power to choose me with a spell or ability. Each equipment in your hand has quick draw. It gains reaction. When you play it, attach it to a unit you control. Very nice. Jax feels like it's going to be very heavily reliant. And there's actually, shit, I bit my cheek. There's actually a lot of the champions are the, what is it called? A lot of the legends, not a lot of them, but a few of the legends, like, are focused heavily on, I think, like Ornn. I'm pretty sure he was a legend. Yeah, Ornn was a legend. Lucian is a legend. Jax is a legend. They're focused heavily on like the equipment and things like that. So that is very interesting. Here to help. Very cool. So 2 cost, 1 power for hidden, or with the hidden keyword, excuse me. You may play a unit from your hand to a battlefield you control, reducing its cost by 3. So I guess you play, for a power. Maybe you can play something for free. That's interesting. Ooh, here we go. Our first, I was bitching enough about it, right? So I'm gonna start bitching about signatures. I need a signature. I need a signature. I need a signature for one of these packs. I need a signature for one of these damn packs. All right, so we got a gold, our first gold token gear. So kill this and tap. What do you tap? Huh, interesting. How can you kill this and tap it? I don't know. Huh, that's interesting. That would be interesting to understand how the gold mechanic works, because that is, I'm not sure. But it's a token, right? There's a couple new tokens in this set. All right, that was another good pack, man. We got some good packs bussin'. Pack number 3. Let's see if this, okay, so there's an equipment one. I'm gonna start looking at these because, phases of a turn. All right, that was one from the last one. All right, let's look at this equipment little info card. So equipment are unique kind of gear that enhance and empower your units. Equipment all have a new frame with 2 text boxes. Oh wait, we did read this yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, we did read the equipment. We read that one yesterday. I'm not going to read it again. All right, Sentinel Adept. So this is just a card with Weapon Master. We did go through that one yesterday. Royal Entourage. When you play me, ready or exhaust a legend. There's a lot of like restanding your legend here. When I conquer, play a gold gear token exhausted. Loyal Pup. When you defend at a battlefield, you may move me there. That's a dope ability. I like that for a loyal little pup. 1 cost, 2 power. Give a unit +5 this turn. Called Shot. Ruin Runner. I can't be chosen by enemy spells and abilities. Ooh, that's good. That's a very good ability. So this is a new one. My bad. So 6 cost, 5 might unit from Shurima. I can't be chosen by enemy abilities or spells. Okay, that's a good ability. Ooh, damn, this thing looks cool as hell. Shit, that look like a Pokemon. 7 cost, 7 might, 1 power. Dragon. I'm sure that dragon keyword will be important. Fey Dragon. When you play me, buff up to 4 friendly units. Give each one a +1 buff if it doesn't have one. So a buff is the right? So we look at, we look at the tokens. So this is the gold token, but on the back they can also be used as buffs, right? So it gives them +1 might essentially. But you can only have 1 buff, and then you can also spin the buffs. I don't know what that means. I don't know what spending the buff is, but that's something that you can do. Here we go. So when you spend a buff, play a gold gear token exhausted. So that's actually a very strong ability. When you play me, buff up to 4 friendly units. So again, 4 seems like a lot to be able to have played or whatever, but this game can be played in teams, so you can have 2 units, and your your teammate can have 2 units as well. So you guys could play. So you can buff any friendly unit. So strong ability. Forgotten Monument. Damn, that's a sad little picture. I'm just holding that up there. Players can't score here until their 3rd turn. That's interesting. There's going to be a battlefield that says like players can't score points here, but it's going to give you like a really strong effect, right? Gear, World Atlas, and this is also an equipment, right? It has that equipment keyword that we were talking about. So you pay 1 power to equip this to a unit you control. When I hold, play 2 gold gear. Tokens exhausted, and it gives +2. This seems pretty strong. You play 2 of the gold gear tokens, which you can tap and gain, because there's a lot of like power. There's a lot of power. So the power is like when you like don -1, right? You return the rune back to your rune deck. Spirit Wheel. Okay, we're getting a lot of new ones. I'm loving it. So it's a 2-cost gear. When you choose a friendly unit, you may pay 1 and exhaust this to draw 1. That actually seems familiar. Ooh, damn. That shit looks fucking amazing. Holy shit. So this is an epic. So 2 costs. Look at this fucking card. For the first thing I think of when I see this is what the fuck is that show called? True Detective, which I loved. True Detective is fantastic. But the first season of True Detective, they had like this whole fucking cow skull type of vibe going on or whatever. This makes me think of True Detective. But this is a 2-cost 3 power spell called Premonition with the reaction keyword. Just draw 3. Okay. Pretty strong. But man, this card just looks fucking cool. Polar Engine Studio, man, you killed this card. Holy shit, that looks great. Huh. Alright, fantastic. And a body rune. Alright, 3 more packs left. Yeah, that Premonition looks good. It says, Wisdom through Power. Power through Wisdom. In my Morgan Freeman voice. Key game terms. Card, ready, exhaust, recycle. Put a card or rune on the bottom of the appropriate deck. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is something like I thought was kind of annoying at first, but like it is very cool that they have those informational cards in there. All right, Gearhead with Accelerate. Each equipment attached to me gives double its base might bonus. So you can put the BF sword. The BF sword has 3. Has +3 might. So if you put that on here, this turns into a 9-cost unit. Man, I'm over here like contemplating and theory crafting and brainstorming and all that shit, and I'm like, I don't play the game at all. Like I really want to, but I could not play both One Piece and this at the same time. It would be way too much. I'm busy as it is, so I could not do both things. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll pick it up and take actually playing the game more serious as opposed to the collecting aspect of it. Doran's Ring. When I conquer, discard 1, then draw 1. So you get to I cannot think of cycle. Holy shit, cycle. You get to cycle. There we go. I was spending all day trying to think of that term. You may kill a friendly gear as an additional cost. I know we read this one yesterday. To play me, when you play me, if you paid an additional cost, kill a gear. Veteran Poro, looking like a G with his Mjolnir. He got the real Mjolnir, right? Sunken Temple. What does this do? When you conquer here with 1 or more mighty units, you may pay 1 to draw 1. A unit is mighty while it has 5+ might. Battering Ram. This one is new. All right, 5 cost 5 might. Mighty unit. I cost one less for each card you've played this turn to a minimum of one. So that's pretty cool. Strike down. And there's a lot of cards I didn't have that I didn't realize. 3 cost, 1 power. Spell. Choose an equipped friendly unit. It deals damage equal to its might to an enemy unit. Then detach an equipment from it. I wonder, can you attach more than one equipment to things? It feels like you can. Marching orders. 3 cost spell. With the action and repeat keywords. Choose a friendly unit anywhere and an enemy unit at a battlefield. They deal damage equal to their mights to each other. Okay, not too bad. So they don't have to be at a, it could be at a home base, right? Ooh, Rumble Champion Unit. This looks fucking sweet. I was talking about this yesterday, but I love with the Yone. I love when the artwork like extends, even when it's just like a even when it's a bordered card, right? So non like alternate art or epic in this case, right? It's still like the artwork still like extends past the actual border. I love that. That is so cool. I love when they do that. So this is 4 cost, 4 might champion unit Rumble hot-headed with the mech keyword, right? So mech is a very popular keyword. Well, I don't know if this is called a keyword, but it's probably like an attribute or something like that. But your mechs each have assault +1 while we're attackers. When I conquer, you may recycle another friendly unit to play a mech from your trash. Reduce its energy cost by the might of the unit you recycled. Huh. The Rumble deck seems like it was pretty fun. It seems like it would be pretty fun. Man, I'm actually excited about my collection. And I mentioned this yesterday, but this set has like 70 less cards in it than the first set, than the original set. So I think it's going to be a lot easier to get cards because I say this all the time, but sorry, I'm reading these tokens or whatever. Kill this. Rest. What do you rest? Do you have to rest your leader or something? I don't know. That would be interesting to figure out. But yeah, there's 70 less cards, and there's so many cards, like uncommon cards and then rare cards, and there's quite a few cards that I have from that I'm missing from set 1 because there were just so many cards, right? There's 70 less cards in this set, so I think it'll be much easier to come up with A, cards to complete the collection, and B, to get a playset of most of the cards. Detonate, this is a good one. Kill a gear, its controller draws 2. Doran's Shield. Treasure Hunter, when I move, play a gold gear token exhausted. Eminent Benefactor, when I hold, play 2 gold gear tokens exhausted. Doran's Blade. Black Market Broker. Well, I gotta be black though. This one, I don't have this one yet. Coal, so it's an equipment. 1 cost. Okay, and then equip is the same. You recycle a chaos rune. When I conquer, play a gold gear token exhausted, and it's a +1. Okay, coal. I mean, that's pretty much similar to the coal in the game. Ravenbloom Conservatory. When you defend here, reveal the top card of your main deck. If it's a spell, put it in your hand. Otherwise, recycle it. This is something that could be very punitive to like opponents, right? Because there are a lot of decks that, you know, maybe do have spells or maybe can, like I was mentioned earlier, they can stack their deck, right, to know what cards are going to be coming next. But it could be very hurtful if like your opponent is playing, you know, their deck. They don't know what the fuck battlefield you're going to pick, obviously, and so they may not have that many spells in there, and so if they ever if they ever defend here, then they'll have to, you know, recycle a lot of their cards to the bottom of the deck. Poro Snacks. Again, this is new. So this is a 1 cost, 1 power gear. When you play this, draw 1. So 1 power, excuse me. So rest 1. And then you have to recycle 1. Tap. Kill this, draw 1. Damn, so there's just a lot. So I wonder, tap this. I'm assuming it's tap this. I don't know for sure though. Wind Slinger. When you play me, you may return another unit at a battlefield with 3 or less to its owner. I think we did look at this one yesterday. So 2 cost, 1 might. With hidden, when you play me, you may return another unit at a battlefield with 3 might or less to its owner's hand. Okay. Ooh, Sterix Gauge. I love seeing the items from the game here in the deck, or here in the game, here in the TCG from the actual game. So 3 cost, 2 power, equipment with quick draw. So that means when you play it, attach it to a unit you control. And to equip, you have to recycle 1. Clause for concern. So +3. Okay, so I think it's rare because it has the quick draw and it's +3. So that's pretty strong. So right, if we attach this to that one that doubled the might, right? Whatever that card was called, it doubled the might. It already had 3, so bam, you'd be getting 9. That would be a 5 cost 9 unit. Glask. I called it. I called Glask. Let's go. I don't know if we have all of them, but we have the majority of them. And if we don't have all of them, we're just a few away from having all of the legends. Maybe that was a thing. Maybe like they said, we're going to put all the legends in a box, right? So, yeah. So she has the mind, I think. Yes, mind and order domains. When you are an ally hold, you may exhaust me. Sorry, my bad, y'all, my bad. My camera angle's off today, I'm sorry. When you are an ally hold, you may exhaust me to play a gold gear token exhausted. While your score is within 3 points of the victory score, your gold add an additional 1. Or, okay, I see what that's saying. Okay, so your gold adds an additional 1 because the gold... Okay, here we go. Adds a rune, right? So I think that's what this is just supposed to do, right? So a gear that normally enters exhausted, it has kill this, rest with reaction, and then you can add you basically ramp. You basically ramp a dawn or a rune or whatever. So yeah, you would be able to ramp 2. Very nice. And then we got another gold. Bam! I could have just waited one more card, and we could have looked here. So this is the interesting part. So you kill this, right, and then rest. What do you rest? Do you rest your leader or your legend? Do you have to rest just anything? I'm very interested, but this basically is a way to be able to ramp your runes. Oh my goodness. I worked out a couple days ago. I worked out yesterday too, but I did legs 2 days ago, and man, my shit has been hurting literally all day. I could barely fucking walk. Oh, new keywords in Spirit Forge. This is cool. I'm gonna read this real quick. So there are many new mechanics in the Spirit Forged set. So repeat, we know what that is. Pay the additional cost. Quick draw. You may play this equipment as a reaction. Okay, so it plays it as a reaction. That was confusing me, right? Like it said quick draw and it had reaction on there. I'm like, what does that mean? So this makes sense. So it just says you may play it as a reaction. Okay. So if you do, attach it to a unit you control immediately when it enters the board. Okay. So equip. Unique, you may only include a single copy of a card with this name in your deck. Okay. Huh. I wonder... I haven't seen that. I haven't seen a unique yet. Weapon Master. When this unit is played, you may choose an equipment you control whether or not it is attached to a unit already and attach it to this unit by paying the equipment's equip cost reduced by power. A lot of the events, or excuse me, a lot of the equipment just have the one power, so you could basically, when they have Weapon Master, you attach it to them for free. But some of them have like 2 power, some of them have like a power, and then you have to exhaust one of your runes or whatever, so you still have to pay the other one, but you do reduce it by the, so for the vast majority of them though, you get to basically attack. That is cool, because a lot of, like we saw with the Rumble champion unit, the Rumble legend says all your mechs have what is it called? It's either deflect, or it has the one where they get +1 might while defending. I think that's what they get. I think they get shield, so they get +1 might while they're defending. So this makes anything a mech, so that's pretty cool. So anything can get that benefit, and it gets the +1 might. Glass Mixologist. Veiled Temple, so it's a battlefield. When you conquer here, you may ready a friendly gear. If it's an equipment, you may detach it. Chemtech Cask. All right, let's get something cool. Fizz. Fizz is probably my second favorite. I don't know. I really like Fizz. I really like playing Fizz when I was playing the game. I would probably say like Echo and Twisted Fate are my like number 1 and 2. Probably Twisted Fate is my number 1. Echo's maybe my number 2, but Fizz is probably like my number 3. I can't wait till they come out with an actual legend for him. But all right, let's see what you do, Fizz. Oh, and it's a champion unit. Tight. So 3 cost, 3 might, 1 power. Yordle. Trickster. When you play me, you may play a spell from your trash with energy cost no more than 3, ignoring its energy cost. So it says you may play the spell. Okay, so you play it, then recycle that spell after you play it. You must still pay its power cost. Okay, that's interesting. And so that means afterwards it goes to the bottom of your deck. So you can't keep you know, reusing it. All right, what's next? We get anything busted? Nope, doesn't look like it. Hextech Anomaly. This looks fucking cool. So it's a 3 cost, 1 power gear with reaction. Pay any amount of power to add that much energy. Abilities that add resources can't be reacted to. Energy. What the hell is energy? Energy isn't your runes. Maybe it is. I don't know. Huh. Hextech Anomaly. So rest this with reaction. Pay any amount of power to add that much energy. Huh. So maybe it's just like, okay, I don't have the right amount. I don't have the right amount of because you have 2 different domains. So maybe you need, you know, more of one domain. So you recycle some and then put the other one back out. I don't know. All right, and then we have a body room. All right. So we did get quite a few of these epic cards, but we didn't get. Well, we did get. So we got the alt rune, the alt Fury rune, and then we also got the alt Aurelia, the champion unit Aurelia. But then we got like 5 of these damn epic cards. So I would say that was a success. But yeah, pretty cool. So this is what 6 packs look like, and these have 14 cards in them. They're 14 card boosters, not like One Piece that has 12 cards in them. And then PRBO2 even has less than that. They have 10 in their packs. But yeah, this is from 6 packs that we opened. So, you know, that's only 6 packs. So as you can see, it definitely gets daunting. Like when we open 10 packs a day, and I don't, you know, that would be like 10 packs. And you know, if we go 2 days without me, it gets daunting. But yeah, I gotta organize these and sort them, because these are some. Oh, this one looks good. So this was our 2 hits from today. We did get this Premonition, which pretty dope. Just draw 3 cards. And then we have the Kuma. So the Kuma is definitely the star of the show tonight. We'll have to get those sold, those Kumas. All right. Well, that was fun. Pretty, I say short, but you know, relative to yesterday, it was definitely a short stream. So, I'm going to jump off of here so I can get ready for the big day tomorrow. And yeah, I appreciate you guys like always. Thank you for being here. I probably will not be streaming tomorrow, so I would say Monday is probably going to be the next day that you guys will see me, potentially, right? If something happens Monday, I may not be Monday either. So, but until next time I see you, take it easy. You guys have a great night. All right.